Number 1, your experiment output as well as a quick run through on what you did on this experiment. So for the second laboratory exercise, I performed and completed 2 MATLAB courses, namely Simulink On-Ramp and Simscape On-Ramp. These courses introduced me and made me understand how to model and simulate systems using the Simulink environment. So starting with the first course, Simulink On-Ramp, the course introduced the basics of the Simulink graphical interface. I learned how to find the blocks using the block library and place them into the workspace, and modify as well their parameters and values depending on the systems that I would want to make. I also performed simple algorithms by connecting the different blocks. Throughout the course, I worked on several activities and projects such as the automotive performance modes, modeling a thermostat, and the Peregrine Falcon dive, which demonstrate how real-world systems can be represented and simulated through Simulink. I also learned about dynamic systems, including the difference between discrete and continuous systems, as well as how simulation time affects the result. Now, for the second course, Simscape On-Ramp, the focus was more towards the modeling the physical systems. I learned how to build Simscape models using physical components and how to explore simulation results using the physical signals. The course also introduced the concept of initial values, multi-domain modeling, and how Simscape integrates with Simulink. Finally, the course ended with the electronic valve project where I applied the concepts learned to simulate a physical system. Discussion on the challenges in performing this experiment or understanding the concepts. One of the main challenges that I experienced during the laboratory exercise was locating certain blocks in the Simulink library and figuring out which blocks were needed to complete a specific tasks. There were also times when I couldn't construct the required circuit or model them correctly, which prevented me from moving forward into the next tasks. Concept-wise, I also find it a bit challenging to fully grasp and understand the different blocks and how they would affect each other. Although the simulation graphs show the results when certain parameters are changed, I sometimes struggle to clearly interpret why those changes happened. This means that while I could follow the steps of the laboratory course, I still need to improve my understanding of the concepts behind the models and how each component would interact within the system. Notes to self. One thing worth noting from this experiment is that the MATLAB courses are actually very helpful, and this was my first time realizing that there are actually structured courses that MATLAB provides. Aside from that, I think it would also help if I watch more videos and tutorials online related to system modeling, since the topic is really interesting to me. I should also try to do more self-study so that I can better understand the concepts beyond what is provided in the courses. So that would be all.